Good evening, everyone. My name is Jackie Weatherall and I'm the Chief Executive Officer of the City of Greater Dandenong, and this is the only meeting I chair for the year. I welcome you tonight to tonight's annual meeting for the election of the Mayor and Deputy Mayor. Firstly, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land upon which we meet today, which is the Bunurong people, and pay my respects to their elders past and present. I'd also like to acknowledge their living connection to climate, culture, country and waterways dating back tens of thousands of years. I'm particularly pleased tonight to welcome any Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people who might be with us today, and in particular, Uncle Mark Brown. All right, I'd also like to give a warm welcome to the following people who are in attendance tonight. We have former Greater Dandenong Mayor and City of Greater Dandenong Living Treasure, Mr. Yu Horn Che. We also have former City of Springvale Councillor and City of Greater Dandenong Living Treasure, Mrs. Teresa Riccici. Other Greater Dandenong Living Treasures are Bihar OAM, Helen Heath OAM, Nagamutha Wiki Rama Singham, or Wiki as we all know him, and Joe Riccici OAM. Mr. Hong Lim, President of the Cambodian Australian Federation and former state member for Clarinda. Dr. Kim Son Vu, President South Eastern Melbourne Vietnamese Association Council, and Selba Gondoza Luca, CEO and founder of AfriAusCare and our 2021 Citizen of the Year. I also warmly welcome all our faith leaders who are joining us tonight, and these include Mehtab Williams, President of the Interfaith Network, Father Jean Mawal from St Paul's Antiochian Orthodox Church, Venerable Tenzin from the Khmer Buddhist Centre, Venerable Bodhicitti, Spiritual Director of the International Centre for Inner Peace and Happiness, and Jaswinder Singh from the Sikh community. Perhaps we can put our hands together for them as well. Thank you all for coming together tonight for this special occasion. Now we'll move on to the business of the evening. Item 1.2, attendance. I've received an apology this evening from Councillor Bob Milkovich, and I believe Councillor Isabella Doe is online. Not as yet, she's coming online. So if she pops up in a moment, you will realise why that is the case. I also am now up to item 1.3, disclosures of interest. I've received one disclosure of interest tonight from Councillor Jim Mametti for item 2.5, appointment of council liaisons and representatives to committees, peak industry bodies, regional and community-based organisation. The nature of the interest is a direct material interest of a non-pecuniary nature, as Councillor Mametti is a director of a company that has a stall at the Dandenong Market. And as such, Councillor Mametti will leave the chamber before voting on recommendation 2 of that item. Are there any other disclosures of interest that councillors would like to make this evening? No. If there are no other disclosures of interest for this evening, I will move to item 1.4, the traditional welcome to country. And tonight it is my sincere pleasure to invite respected Bunurong person, Uncle Mark Brown, to formally welcome us to country. You can put your hands together for Mark.
Good evening, everybody. How are we all? That's good. How about over here? How are you all? That's good. I am Uncle Mark Brown, Elder and Senior Cultural Heritage Officer of the Bunurong people. I'm a Gunditj Mara man on my mother's side, and I'm a Bunurong man on my father's side. And tonight, I'm here to welcome everybody to my father's country. Beautiful Bunurong country. But before we do that, as always, we take a moment, we pay our acknowledgements, and we pay our respects. We pay our respects to all of my ancestors. We pay our respects to all of my elders. And we pay our respects to all of my community members, past, present, and emerging. And we acknowledge the continuous and unbroken connection to country for the Bunurong people. We also pay acknowledgements and respects to all traditional custodians of Australia, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander. And we pay acknowledgements and respects to all of my Indigenous brothers and sisters from around the world who work, rest, live or play on Bunurong country. We acknowledge their continuous and unbroken connection to country for all of their people. And we thank each and every single one of them for being here with us. But tonight, on the sacred lands of the Bunurong people, we all gather in the spirit of respect, unity, and reconciliation. And this welcome is an opportunity. It's an opportunity for us to honour and respect the deep cultural heritage of the Bunurong people of the Kulin Nations, whose elders and community members have generously looked after these lands for countless generations. My people have a deep spiritual connection to these lands, encompassing all of our rivers, our mountains, our coastal areas, and all of our beautiful bushlands that surround us today. Our traditional territory spans from the Werribee River in the west and moves to Diggers Rest in the north. We follow it over to the Dandenong Ranges, the Yarra Valleys, and down to Wilson's Prom. We encompass the top end of Tasmania, which we share with the beautiful Palawa people. French, Phillip, King and Flinders Islands are also ours. And these are the traditional lands and territories of the Bunurong people that I welcome everybody to today. And as I said, we have a deep spiritual connection to our lands. And we have a strong cultural identity tied to our ancestral plains. All of our stories, our traditions, our language, our culture, and Bunjil's law are interwoven with the very fabrics of the soils that surround us, reflecting my people's profound knowledge, wisdoms, and ongoing custodianships to all of our ancient lands. And as we gather here today, we recognise that this welcome is a part of our shared journey. It's a shared journey of reconciliation, and it's a shared journey of understanding. And by acknowledging and encompassing the deep ritual heritage of the Bunurong people of the Kulin Nations, we strive to foster mutual respect, cultural exchange, and a celebration of diversities. And so on behalf of all those gathered here today, I extend my heartfelt welcome. May our time together be filled with reverence, learning, and a renewed commitment to honouring and cherishing the Bunurong people, our traditions, our language, our culture, and our law. But more importantly, honouring and cherishing the sacred lands on which we stand. So, Wominjeka. That's it. Everyone say Wominjeka. That's beautiful. Now in our language, Bunurong and Kulin, Wominjeka means we come with purpose. It means we gather in love, we gather in unity, and we gather with respect. So Wominjeka. Wominjeka balakiakya. Ngata Bunurong balak big. Turunga Murumbena. And welcome. We all come with purpose to beautiful Bunurong country. Please walk her with soft feet and very, very open hearts. Thank you.
Thank you, Uncle Mark Brown. What a beautiful welcome to country and what a lovely start to our mayoral election this evening. I'll now move to item 2.1, which is the election of the mayor. Section 25(1) of the Local Government Act 2020 requires that the Chief Executive Officer chairs the election of the mayor. Section 26(3) of the Act requires that Council must resolve whether the Mayor is to be elected for a 1 or 2 year term.
Chair, I would like to move that the Mayor be elected for a 1 year term.
Thank you, Councillor Mehmeti.
Happy to second that.
Thank you, Councillor Dan. Is there any opposition? If there is no opposition, the motion is carried. Thank you. I now call for a nomination for the position of Mayor.
I would like to nominate Councillor Sophie Tan.
Thank you, Councillor Mehmeti.
Happy to second that.
Thank you. Councillor Dan. Are there any further nominations? We have one nomination on the table for the position of Mayor for the 2025-26 term. This is for Councillor Sophie Tan. As there is no opposition, I declare Councillor Sophie Tan the new Mayor of the City of Greater Dandenong. Congratulations, Mayor Tan. Councillor Tan will now accept the mayoral robes and take the chair. Thank you.
Thank you. Wominjeka. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land, the Bunurong people, and pay my respect to the elders, past and present. As Council, we recognise their ongoing connections to climate, culture, country and waters. I also extend my respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people and the elders present here tonight, especially Uncle Mark Brown, and thank you for the wonderful welcome to country. I want to begin by thanking my fellow councillors for placing their trust and support in me. I want to acknowledge Councillor Jim Mamidi, the outgoing mayor, for his leadership, dedication and contribution to our community over the past year. It is always impressive to work alongside him, watch him lead our council and our community, and I continue to learn from him. It is such a great privilege to be elected as mayor of the city of Greater Dandenong. Having lived here for over 30 years, I have a strong attachment to this community and will use my time as mayor as an opportunity to give back to this community. My story is like so many that make up the Greater Dandenong community. It begins in 1995, when I migrated to Australia from Cambodia with my mother and 4 siblings, 3 years after my father passed away. We came to Australia because Cambodia wasn't safe for us to live in there anymore. Many people know Cambodia history. An estimated 2 million people were killed by the Khmer rule, led by Pol Pot between 1975 to 1979. My mother had 9 siblings. All of them were killed. Her parents, my grandparents were also killed. In the early 1990s to mid-1990s, Cambodia was still recovering from the war. Fighting continued between the government and the remaining Khmer Rouge forces, especially in the rural and border areas. My younger sister and I almost kidnapped several times. My mother took the courageous decision to leave the country for our safety. I came here when I was just 11 years old. We settled in Springvale, our new home, and the community that shaped me. I went to Springvale Secondary College and later graduated from Monash University with a Bachelor of Business and Commerce. I began my career with a global marketing company where I learned the importance of teamwork, innovation, and leadership, and then into the financial service sector, gaining valuable experiences and strengthened my understanding of business and community needs. But this community has always at the heart of my journey. Today, I continue to commit as President of the Cambodian Women's Group and the Vice President of the Cambodian Australian Federation. These roles allowed me to support empower women, celebrate our culture, and advocate for the needs of our multicultural communities. I'm also a proud member of the Australian Labor Party, standing by the values of equality, fairness, and opportunity for all. When you give back throughout your life, this organization shaped you as much as you shaped them. My Buddhist faith has guided me throughout my life, teaching me compassion, patience, and mindfulness. Since being elected to Council, the City of Greater Dandenong Council in 2019, I have had the privilege of serving our residents and have been twice elected as Deputy Mayor. I am honoured to have been elected as the Mayor of the City of Greater Dandenong and to be the first Cambodian woman to hold this position in this country. This is more than a personal achievement. It reflects the strength and spirit of our diverse community. It shows that no matter where we come from, this country, Australia, our home, offers us the opportunity to make a difference. I look forward to working alongside all councillors, our CEO, Jackie Wetheral, the executive leadership team, and all staff who continue to contribute to our community in all of their roles. And as always, we have a lot to do. Our priorities for 2026 include delivering our council plan, ensuring our major projects, especially the new aquatic and Dandenong Wellbeing Centre opening in 2027, the continue of Dandenong New Art Gallery, DNA construction. We also have the final stage of the Perry Road upgrade, and we're looking ahead to significant road safety improvements on Macrae Street. We are also preparing for the rollout of the Purple Glass Bin Delivery Service, a mandatory Victorian government initiative to be in place by 2027. We will focus on procurement and community updates throughout 2026 to keep our community informed. I look forward to our ongoing works to enhance the Noah Park, Springvale, Dandenong Activity Centre, along with our regular upgrades, local roads, footpaths, lightings, playgrounds, reserves, and sport facility. Our community has its challenges, but our diversity and determination is our strength. We are all part of a city that recognizes and supports its vulnerable residents. Council will continue to support the physical and mental health and well-being of all residents. On a personal note, I would like to thank my relatives, uncles and aunties who helped to sponsor my family here and ultimately shaped my life. To my mum, thank you for raising me to be the woman I am today. Thank you to Hong Lim, Yu Hon Chia, and the current member of Clarinda, Meng Heng Tak, and my other close friends for their ongoing support of me throughout my political career. And thank you to Tim Richardson, Julian Hill, Lee Talamas for their friendships and advice. I am committed to working hard as mayor to ensure Greater Dandenong is a better place to live, work and visit. Let's all work together for that. Thank you. Would any councillor like to address the meeting? I'll start with Councillor Shona Raleigh. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Tan, and it's an honour to be the first councillor to speak and congratulate you on your election. I think it's been a long time coming and well deserved. I think on council you've shown a patient and calm demeanour. You've listened to different opinions and your skills and capacity have markedly evolved in your time as councillor. So I think being councillor and deputy mayor twice and now mayor is certainly well deserved, a natural step. You have my full support and I think we're going to achieve great things this year. Thank you, Mayor Tan.
Councillor Trung.
Thanks, Madam Mayor. We worked together about last few years, and I can see that you're very, very friendly and very open to the people. With the 2 years you work at the deputy mayor, I think that you enough skill and knowledge to run very well about at the mayor term this year, and I hope that we can work together in the future and good like before. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Trung. Councillor Yim.
Congratulations, Mayor Tan. I look forward to be working with you as our mayor, knowing that you'll be leading the council well. I'll be giving you my fullest support, knowing that you'll be leading us with kindness and strength. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Yim. Councillor Mamedi.
Thank you and congratulations, Mayor Tan. It's been a few years coming and you've served the community well as a councillor and twice as a deputy mayor. But before I go and talk about you a bit more, I'd like to acknowledge all the aunties and uncles here today who have really supported you and I've known for a long time, and especially to your mum, Mrs. Tan. Congratulations on your daughter becoming the mayor. I'm sure you must be very proud. Mayor Tan, you served as a deputy last year. We worked really, really well. I don't think we could have worked any better. You were there when I needed your support. You stepped up on many occasions. You had some council meetings which you chaired. You did some citizenship ceremonies, and you're always there supporting me throughout the year. And I'd like to say thank you, but also congratulations. I know you're going to have a terrific year, and I'll definitely be giving you my 100% support whenever you need me. I'm only a phone call away. So once again, congratulations and best wishes.
Thank you, Councillor Mamedi. Councillor Dan.
Thank you very much, Madam Mayor, and congratulations on your election. Wishing you the warmest of luck over the next 12 months. We've worked quite closely over the past couple of years since my election at the start of last year, particularly as neighbouring ward councillors in Noble Park, and I look forward to continuing to work with you in addressing our community's needs and the big issues facing our residents. Now, for yourself, not just in Noble Park, but all across the city of Greater Dandenong as well. I'd like to echo all the sentiments that's been said so far tonight, and once again, congratulations.
Thank you, Councillor Dan. Councillor Lei.
Thank you, Mayor. First of all, I want to big congratulations for you and a big congratulations for all your community Cambodian here. I can see all your relationship and your man, your last mayor as well, and all your community and Buddhists as well. So I'm really proud of you because all the last year you worked so hard. Every event you go and you just take me with, make me with you, and then you deserve for this. You step forward, go to the mayor. And then I hope all year you support for all our team, like not only No Park, all the residents. The last time is I will congratulations again. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Lay. Councillor Formoso.
Congratulations, Mayor Tan. It was a long time coming. Incredibly proud of the fact that we have another female leader in this position, particularly from Cambodian descent, and the fact that you're the first in Australia is just really commendable. Congratulations. I'm sure you're going to have a wonderful year ahead. A huge thank you to the outgoing Mayor, Councillor Jim Ahmedi, who is obviously big shoes to fill, and I'm sure you'll do a great job doing that, leading us this year ahead. So congratulations.
Thank you, Councillor Formoso. Thank you. Now we're going to go to item 2.2, election of the Deputy Mayor. Section 20A of the Local Government Act 2020 states that an office of Deputy Mayor may be established, and our council has done this. Section 27 of the Act requires that the Mayor chairs the election of the Deputy Mayor. It also requires that Council must resolve whether the Deputy Mayor is to be elected for 1 or 2-year term. I therefore ask for a motion from the floor in this interest. Councillor O'Reilly.
Thank you, Mayor. I move that the Deputy Mayor be elected for a 1-year term.
Thank you. Moved by Councillor O'Reilly, seconded by Councillor Ahmedi. Is there any opposition? As there is no opposition, the motion is carried. I now call for a nomination for the position of Deputy Mayor.
Thank you,
Councillor
Mayor.
O'Reilly, yes.
Thank you, Mayor. I move that Councillor Philip Dahn be appointed Deputy Mayor.
Thank you. Moved by Councillor O'Reilly. Is there a seconder?
I would like to second, please.
Thank you, Councillor Yim. Are there any further nominations? Okay, we only have one nomination on the table for the position of Deputy Mayor for 2025 to 26 term. This is for Councillor Philip Dahn. Is there any opposition? As there is no opposition, I declare Councillor Philip Dahn as the new Deputy Mayor of the City of Greater Dandenong. Congratulations, Deputy Mayor Councillor Philip Dahn. Would you now like to come up and accept the Deputy Mayor medallion? Thanks. It is my great honour to congratulate our new Deputy Mayor, Councillor Philip Dahn. Your election tonight is a testament to the trust and confidence that this council has placed in your leadership. You are the youngest councillor in this council term, but your maturity and professionalism have shown that your deep commitment to serving this community with integrity, compassion and vision. I look forward to working closely with you as we continue to deliver the goals of our council plan, building a connected, inclusive and sustainable Greater Dandenong for all. Together, I am confident that we will lead with purpose, represent our residents with pride and continue to make a positive differences for our city. Congratulations once again, Councillor Philip Dahn, for your Deputy Mayor. I look forward for exciting, productive year next year. Congratulations. So now I invite you to do your acceptance speech, Councillor Dan, Deputy Mayor Dan.
Thank you very much, Madam Mayor. And also a special thank you to Uncle Mark Brown tonight for his welcome and for all the work that he does in bringing our community together, sharing his culture. Thank you to my fellow councillors in this chamber tonight for the trust that you've placed in me. It truly is an honour to serve as your Deputy Mayor for the next 12 months and serve alongside Mayor Tan. I'm proud to serve on a council that reflects the incredible diversity of cultures, perspectives and experiences within our city. Since being elected at the start of 2024, I've learned a lot, not just from my fellow councillors, but also the staff here at all levels of the organisation. Those that turn up every day to ensure that the day-to-day operations of this council continue to move in the service of our community. From our security guards to our kitchen staff and IT team who ensure that residents can have their voices heard at this council every fortnight, to our customer service team, sanitary workers and care workers and more who are on the front lines every day. Everyone in this building and everyone who wears the Greater Dandenong logo on their uniforms have an equally important role to play, which deserves recognition, and tonight's celebrations is as much about them as it is about us up here. I've lived in Greater Dandenong my entire life. Noble Park is where I grew up. It's the place where my parents chose to call home. And like so many migrants who came here to Australia seeking opportunities for a better and more prosperous life. I played soccer at a local club in Springvale. I've hung out with my friends at parks throughout my school years in Keysborough, and I still do my shopping in Dandenong. This is a community that I truly love and I'm really proud to represent. I chose to run for council and commit myself to service because I wanted to make the lives of everyday people better. Local government is the level of government closest to the people, and the functions of local government is one that people notice most. I've spoken to lots of residents in Yarraman Ward across parts of Noble Park in Dandenong during my time here, and to most they just want council to get the basics right so that they have one less thing to worry about. That means collecting our rubbish on time so that our streets can be kept clean. It means addressing cost of living pressures by ensuring that our roads are properly maintained so that people aren't out of pocket for pothole costs and damages. It means ensuring our local libraries, like the one here and in Springvale, remain the best so that young people can have a safe place to study that is free of charge, and a place where young people are facing, and at a time where young people are facing immense and increased mental health challenges, a place where they can spend time with their friends. It means ensuring that our parks and sporting facilities meet the high standards, which is why I'm really excited about the construction of world-class facilities like the Dandenong Wellbeing Centre. Our residents don't ask for much, but they deserve what's best. I'd like to just finish off the speech by thanking my residents in Yarraman Ward for their continued support for me to be their representative in this chamber. I'd like to thank the CEO, Jackie Weatherall, our executive officers here tonight, and of course Joe Thorne, for your professionalism in providing ongoing support and counsel to all councillors. I'd like to thank my fellow councillors again for the opportunity to serve here. I'd like to also acknowledge Councillor Mehmedi as the outgoing mayor and wish you all the best for the next 12 months, and I look forward to also serving with you as a fellow councillor next door as well. I'd also like to acknowledge the mentors, community volunteers and community leaders across Greater Dandenong who I have gotten the privilege to know and to those that have also helped to provide added meaning to this role as well. And of course, most importantly, my family and my partner Tilly, for your unconditional love and support, not just for my role here at council, but in all facets of my life. I know that I wouldn't be here today if it were not for the support that you provide for me behind the scenes. This election is an honour, and I look forward to working together with everyone to achieve meaningful outcomes for our.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Dan. Would any councillor like to address the meeting? Councillor Formosa.
Thank you. Congratulations, Deputy Mayor. Really well done, well deserved, particularly as one of the youngest councillors that we have here on council. I might feel like I have a little bit to do with that, considering I was your teacher many moons ago. So I'm very happy for you, and I'm sure you're doing an incredible job for this community and this council. So good luck.
Thank you, Councillor Formosa. Councillor Lay?
Thank you, Mayor. A big congratulations to you. You so well talent, and then I hope you service for all the residents and all your heart, and a big congratulations again. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Lay. Councillor Mamedi?
Well done. Congratulations, Deputy Mayor Dan. I first met Deputy Mayor Dan, I think it was Christmas 2023 when I first met him, and he called me up and wanted to have a chat with me and talked about thinking about running for election for council. And we had a good chat, and I knew he was young, and I knew he was only 20-something, still only 20-something. And I thought this guy will be really good on council. And to his credit, he didn't only win one election in 2024, he won 2 elections in 2024. And he was, and I saw that he was prepared to work hard. He doorknocked most of his area in Yarraman, not once but twice. So he's really committed to this job. Not many young people are, but Councillor Dunn is very committed. And just going back 12 months, we worked on a lot of complex situations at council, and we sat for many hours and worked thoroughly and worked how we're going to make sure that we deliver for our community. And your input showed that you are a very young man, but a very astute and talented young man, and I'm sure you'll do really well this year, Deputy Mayor Dan. And you can always rely on me. Whenever you need some assistance, I'll be there to assist you at any time, and making sure that your Deputy Mayor term is as successful as possible, which I know it will be, and I look forward to working with you in the next 12 months.
Thank you, Councillor Mamedi. Councillor Yim?
Thank you, Mayor Tan. Congratulations, Deputy Mayor Dan. I'm excited to have you as our next Deputy Mayor, and know that you'll be great. You'll be a great addition and support to both the council and our new mayor. I know you'll do well leading with a fair and just hand. All the best. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Councillor Yim. Councillor Trung?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. At first, I would like to say congratulations to the new Deputy Mayor, Councillor Philip Dan. I think this on the first time that the city of Dandenong have 2 Asian, mayor and deputy mayor. I'm very happy to see that happen first time in Dandenong. I know that as a lawyer, you have enough skill and experience to do well about your term, and I think with your behavior and also work with me about a few years, I think that I can see that you're very open and very friendly to everyone. I think you will keep on to do like that for the people as the deputy mayor, and I think Dandenong have a good luck to have a deputy mayor like you, and also Sophia. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Trung. Councillor O'Reilly?
Thank you, Mayor. Congratulations, Councillor Philip Dan. I think my experience of you on your time on council is that you are very diligent and thoughtful, and go through all the different aspects of decisions before deciding on one, which is really important, because decisions are the most important thing that we do. And I find that you have a steady demeanour, and you try to influence people on the merit of your arguments, which is very important as well. So I see it as a really good, and as I said, for the mayor, natural step for you to move to deputy mayor. I think when people first do, in particular, do the mayor or deputy mayor role with the broader remit, actually makes them better councillors after their term as mayor or deputy mayor, and I think you'll certainly appreciate the experience as well. So congratulations again. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Riley. Okay, so now we're going to move to item 2.3, noting of allowances for Mayor, Deputy Mayor and Councillors. There is a recommendation on page 13 of tonight's agenda to note the allowances for the Mayor, Deputy Mayor and Councillors are set by the Victorian Independence Remuneration Tribunal. Do I have a mover of this recommendation? Thank you, Councillor Mamidi. Is there a seconder of this motion?
Second, Mayor.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Dunn. Is there any opposition? As there is no opposition, the motion is carried. Item 2.4, proposed council meeting schedule for 2026. Council sets meeting dates at the time of the following years. There is a recommendation on page 15 of the agendas relating to a schedule of council meeting for 2026. Could I have a mover, a seconder for this recommendation on page 15 of tonight's agenda, please?
Happy
I'll
to
move
move
the
that, Mayor.
recommendation on page 15 of the agenda.
Okay.
Happy to second that, Mayor.
Thank you. Moved by Councillor Mamidi, seconded by Councillor Formoso. Is there any opposition? As there is no opposition, the motion is carried. Item 2.5, appointment of council liaison and representatives to committees, peak industry bodies, regional and community-based organisations. Council is represented on many community and peak industry bodies as well as reference groups and advisory committees established by Council. While the Mayor of the day is typically Council key representative, there are many associations where Council seeks an involvement and it's Council practice to share representation among all councillors to ensure a manageable workload. There are two recommendations on page 18 of the agenda. For the first recommendation, all councillors can remain in the chamber. I would call for a councillor to move recommendation 1 on page 18 of tonight's agenda. There is the recommendation is exclude councillor representation of for the Dandenong Market Pty Ltd. Is there a mover, please?
Happy to move recommendation 1 on page 18 of the agenda.
Thank you. Moved by Councillor Mamidi. Is there a seconder?
Happy to second.
Seconded by Deputy Mayor Dunn. Is there any opposition? As there is no opposition, the motion is carried. So now we're going to move to recommendation 2.
I have a conflict of interest
Yes,
in that
Councillor
item.
Mamidi.
It's a direct material conflict of interest of non-procurement of nature, section 128. I'm a director of a company that has a stall at the Dandenong Market. I'll leave the chamber.
Okay, thank you. I would like to call a councillor to move recommendation 2 on page 18 of tonight's agenda.
Happy to move.
Thank you. Moved by Deputy Mayor Dunn. Is there a seconder?
Happy to second.
Thank you. Seconded by Councillor Yim. Is there any opposition? As there no opposition, the motion is carried. Can we call Councillor Mamidi back to the chamber, please? Okay, now we're going to move to item 3, recognition of faith leaders. Before we close the meeting tonight, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the role of all the different faith leaders within our diverse community. At this annual meeting, it is traditional to acknowledge the work of the Greater Dandenong Interfaith Network, and I would like to call our president, the president of the Interfaith Network, Matt Tapp Williams, to read the common statement on behalf of all faith leaders across our city.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to invite all Interfaith Network members and staff and members who are here tonight would like to join me, please. Thank you. Thank you. We bring greetings from the faith communities to the Mayor, Sophie Tan, councillors and people of Greater Dandenong. We offer to the City of Greater Dandenong our common commitment to seek to live together in peace and goodwill. We affirm our desire to promote respect and tolerance for the integrity of each other's beliefs, cultures, and traditions. This desire arises not only from our common humanity, but also from our being people of faith and people of prayer. We recognize that as neighbors, we have responsibilities to the community, the world, and ourselves. We therefore urge all citizens, both religious and non-religious, to put aside intolerance, prejudice, and divisiveness to attain peaceful and fruitful coexistence in our city.
I reaffirm Council's desires to promote respect and acceptance for the integrity of all faiths, cultures, and traditions of the communities in the City of Greater Dandenong, in partnership with the interfaith networks and all faith leaders. Thank you. The formal proceedings for this meeting have now been completed, and I declare the meeting closed at 6:48 p.m. Could I ask all guests make their ways to the rear of the chamber while a few photographs are taken, and will join you shortly for the light supper. Thank you very much for everyone who attended tonight. Thank you.